Man, everyone wants to be an artist, dude, or women, dude. Women, they would all want to be an artist, dude. So when you have that on your roster of like skills, or like the friend that you know that fucking brings that, you have there's a fucking archetype of a human being. Is usually a male, usually a man. He has the ability to, he's a magic touch of like making some woman like more artistic, more into their art, more into their honestly, you know what it is, it's not that hard. It's the most honest men, it's actually the most tough and honest men do that for her. You want to talk about how to make a female music artist or artist more artist, it's the male who's tough and the most honest. He brings that out of her. You never can shut that down. You're killing female artists. Actually, believe it or not, that's crazy, but that's the truth. See it again and again, dude. When you make men hold their tongue, guys and gals, when you make men hold their tongue like that, no, dude. The people that have the most ability to get through to women and become better artists, the ones that are painters and ones that are sculptors and ones that are singers and things like that, it's the men that are the most tough, that talk the most straight. Basically, Denzel Washington fucking Training Day. If you're Denzel Washington fucking Training Day, and the woman happens to be into some type of artistic thing, she's gonna blossom the most being around that guy. It's available to everyone, dude. It's just what you can do. It's what you can experience, dude. I didn't have really a good fucking thing of things, but I also have like unlimited confidence in the current moment. Okay, everything is what you've done in the last fucking 5 days. What are you in the last fucking 4 days? In the last fucking 5 days? In the last today? I mean, it's just like, you know. Like, people are gonna fucking, like, flash before your fucking eyes, and you go, like... You know, so... Yeah, people will like this, because I'm gonna show you... okay, so... Let me get... Okay, so this is a religious text, obviously. This is the Bible. Okay, so this is the Bible. Okay, so... I mean, you can just look at the successes. Look where the people are successful, and it's just like, you have to be like objective. You have to be like non-obtuse. You have to like literally just be like objectively. Like, I'm looking at the people that are the most successful of life and of industry, that are the best at what they do, and what are the traits that make them who they are. Well, I mean, I have to ask that, and then I got to go like, okay, well, do I do that, or do I do something else? I mean, if you can decipher the code of what makes a successful person successful, and you figure out, like, you know, all the things of which they do. This is dependent upon what outlet that is. Let's say you have to choose something specific. You have to have one thing that is like the clear pointed thing of it, which is like, what, you want to be an MLB shortstop. Okay, well, with that, it doesn't really matter what height you are, because you can be 6'3", you can be 6 foot, you can be 5'11", you can be 5'8". You know, you can be anything to do that. But you gotta have power, obviously. But you know, the issue with, like, the reason these are probably the most appealing sports to me, like, it's not really a surprise, dude. When you have the Bible, you whatever your career pursuit is, you'll be great at. You know, so if what you're good at, if what you're aiming toward doing is you want to be great because you want to have wins. I mean, you got to choose a thing. You usually want to choose a thing that's like, you can. I mean, it ends up being multiple things, but you know, what do you want to be? The motherfucking like, I'm pretty sure this guy does pretty well in life too. Like, I think all athletes are the same. This is one of my beliefs on it. Like, I think pro athletes' salaries is a falsehood. Okay, so I'm coming at this from like an intellectual type of a viewpoint. So the idea is like a pro athlete making $2 million and a pro athlete making $54 million and a pro athlete making $8 million and a pro athlete making $30 million and a pro athlete making $25 million and a pro athlete making $15 million and a pro athlete making $3 million and a pro athlete making $1 million and a pro athlete making even $500,000, a pro athlete making like, you know, $750,000, a pro athlete making, you know, $200,000, a pro athlete making, you know, $500 million. It's all a falsehood. So what I mean is that, not like, it's about your enjoyment of life. It's about what you get as an enjoyment of your life. So at $2 million, I might live better than the person that has $54 million. You know, at $4 million, that is so much money. Compared to the norm, that's so much money. That gets you in a gated fucking. Again, if it get like there's marginal gains over this, and you die with no money. What does the money do after your death? Nothing. That's not going to help your next generation. What's going to help your next generation, your family tree, and the generational something? If you want to create generational something, here's what you're fucking creating, like a motherfucking like constitution, yo, of your family. This is the family code, and you created that as the man, as the father. And one point you said, no, I'm a little bit more than these fucking other motherfuckers. Like I create like a fucking 10 commandments of our family. And I pass that down. And I do so much for my son, meaning my son becomes an NFL great or an MLB great. And so he loves me and wants to honor that so much that he actually passes that down. Your 8 commandments of your family code, your 10 commandments of your family code. That's like Joseph Smith creating that, but you do it in your own personal way. I don't need to tell you that that's the issue with that stuff. I have to form my own interpretation of it. Somebody's forming their interpretation of it, and I'm looking at motherfucker, dude. In Christianity, dude, like people are. For some reason, athletic pursuits in Christianity are like peanut butter and chocolate. For some reason. I don't know what it is, but you make better decisions. I walk in the fucking gas station because I've been reading the Bible that day and the day before and the day before that. I pick better items at the gas station. Okay, even this, dude. I noticed this, bro. Like, let me fix the mentality of like people that do yoga. Okay, so the problem with like the United States pop yoga, the pop yoga, which is what it is. And I'm not saying it's not good, but okay, so but the pop yoga, like all you gotta do is just fucking read. I think there's a couple other ones, or you do like you would pair it with is probably Buddhism. Like you got to do like the problem is I think the classes are perfect. But all you gotta do is you gotta give them a bit of like reading material, because they're spending their time like just on social media, and then they go in to do yoga like, oh, I'm a yogi. No, like yoga's like Buddhism. That's the way you're walking. Like you can't, like, you're probably not going to the club. If you do like, yoga and you're actually wanting to get what was originally intended. Now that's the question. Like, are you just getting a workout? You're just gonna sweat? That's different. You probably want to call it something different at that point. So, it's like yoga fitness or something. Like, you do want to probably call it something different at that point, because there is actually within yoga, it's more of like within like Buddhism, sort of. It's kind of along those lines. So, I don't think they're that good at movies, so I studied a little like movies, a little film, a little acting, a bit. Jiu-jitsu is a new thing that I enjoy doing, and then working towards, let me just check this out. I mean, the whole point of it is like, you gotta understand the authenticity of it. What is the fucking point, dude? What is the viewpoint of these things? It's just like, you can't get wrapped up in it. I'm reading a book on jiu-jitsu. Okay, that's awesome, dude. So what do I got? Where's my impact? Where's my entry point to that? Am I signing up for the fucking like jiu-jitsu studio locally? No, obviously not, dude. Like, if you want to fucking do something, there's the fucking grass field, guys. Like, because if you don't want to do it there, you don't really want to do it. If you wouldn't just do it, like, on the grass field, nobody at the park, nobody's fucking here, there's not even really any cars fucking driving by or anything like that. Like, it's pretty much like here's a fucking grass field. You want to do it there? It's free. You don't have to fucking pay $200 a month at the kickboxing gym. You want to do it there? Because if you do it there, you fucking do it on baseball diamond fucking park, dude. You're actually getting sunlight when you're training it. It's actually surprising how much people will get better when they do jiu-jitsu on the grass or do kickboxing on a fucking baseball diamond. They're actually getting sunlight, dude. These guys are fucking malnourished and fucking like deprived of fucking vitamin D because they spend all the time in a fucking indoor building and under fluorescent lights. It's perfect what you're doing, but you gotta be the people. Like, there's been guys in the UFC that have made it where it's like their whole thing was they were finding dudes on the beach and just fucking wrestling there on the beach and getting their practice that way. Boom, there's your motherfucking like entryway. I don't have to pay fucking $200 a month at 3 different gyms, and you makeshift it, dude, when you're trying to do things like that. And then a lot of times, yeah, obviously there'll be people that make it through the traditional ways, what we've seen, but you're doing your training, unfortunately, in the fluorescent lights. These are meant to be like spiritual fucking things. When you go back to original jiu-jitsu, Japanese jiu-jitsu, the original beginnings of it, which is now more Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Brazilian jiu-jitsu, the problem is basically just the indoor room with the fluorescent fucking lights and stuff like that. When these are martial arts, you're talking about doing them sort of like in nature. Like, sort of like in nature, okay? That's what's going to get you, and that's what really changes things. Is because when you have the piece, you can take the piece from yoga and jiu-jitsu, and then those are meant to be peace elements, jiu-jitsu and yoga. So people are ruining the jiu-jitsu experience. Like, it's meant to be like a home. It's meant to be like stuff like that. It's meant to be like you can let the fucking guard down and stuff like that. It's one of those things where you have to put certain things away, but if your life is kind of like meh, then like you're trying to get little fucking wins over people and stuff like that. It's meant to be more like spiritual than that. It's meant to be more like, but it's, again, you're talking about like one of the big things that we're developing as a human race right now is, look, if you could fucking talk like me, if you knew what was coming from my brain, you would do what I'm doing. If you could do what I do, you would be doing what I'm doing. Okay. Because you're not, if you have it, if you have that within you, then you have to, you know, use that as a message. Obviously, people, they gain in their ability the more they do stuff. It's repetition. It's Bruce Lee. I mean, I'm not fucking Bruce Lee. He's fucking Japanese and fucking short, and apparently, I guess he's dead. We don't know that. Because when did he die? How old would he be now? Like 80? Again, you did not give me the proof, dude. I have no incentive. You have not incentivized me to believe that Bruce Lee is dead. You have not incentivized me enough to believe that Steve Jobs is dead. You have not incentivized me enough to believe that Kobe Bryant is dead. Have not met any of them. I have not met any of those human beings. I do not hold a belief in my mind that Kobe Bryant is dead. I do not hold the belief in my mind that the guy from Black Panther, I'm not, understand the difference. I'm not saying that I do not believe, there's a CH, I know what it is, but something. I exist on proof and I exist on evidence. So no, I do not hold the belief that Amy Winehouse is dead. I do not hold that belief. I do not hold the belief that Kurt Cobain is dead. Because you just told me, like a news story is not evidence. That's gossip. And so to the bone of there has to be evidence that it shocks people. If you say what your name is, dude, I gotta have a driver's license. I have to have a driver's license, dude. I'm to the bone of that because what's your alternative? Fucking trusting people? Fuck no, I'm not fucking trusting people. But my job and my goal, or like my ability has to be like, well, I have to be able to look at someone and be able to fucking like guess right. This person, I believe, who knows? Like, people could ask all the people all the people you fucking come across. Just ask yourself this: all the people you come across, when they're exchanging names with someone, I got a name that I give for one type of person. I got a name that I give for another type of person. I got a name that I give for a different type of person. You know, I'm Death. I'm Nathan. I'm Yeah. I'm Death. I'm Nathan. I'm Yeah. So if I meet black people, my name is Yeah. Y-A. My name is Yeah. If I'm with black people, my name is Yeah. Y-A. If I'm with white people, my name is Curmudgeon Sauce. Okay, and then if I'm with Indian people, my name is fucking Yogi, Master Shaman. Okay, and if I'm with Aaron Rodgers, then I'm a shaman. I'm the quarterback whisperer. I'm the quarterback Super Bowl genie. You gotta know these things, dude. of people like the everything. A lot of people like everything. It's just, it's tough, dude. It's tough. When you have talent, you gotta be around wealth, really. It's required, dude. And you gotta start dressing better. Like in your fucking spare time and in like your fucking your tunnel walks and stuff like that. People that know this, they're smart. And their tunnel walks, how do they fucking dress? Nice. You know? Long sleeve button down shirt, crisp, clean, good fucking hygiene. Dress slacks, dress belt, leather belt, boom. Leather dress shoes, boom. Clean cut, fucking shades, show up the fucking thing. Knock somebody fucking out. Shower, you know, press conference, fucking whatever. Back in the fucking fit, you know? Nice fucking dress, crisp and clean. So you gotta be lean to do that. You gotta fucking lean out to do that. Otherwise, it kind of just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. You gotta be smooth. You gotta have flow. You gotta have, you know, kickboxing is really, it's fun, dude. It's fun. But yeah, I do this thing though, dude. It's called like, so you take a tall fighter, okay, and then so it's like the idea is like their height on the screen is essentially this. It's like 6'2", in parenthesis 5'10". 6'2", in parenthesis 5'8", which means I'm not upright. So, well, I'm a baseball player, so I'm more in there like here. Okay, so literally the idea is that, I mean, if you take someone, this is from a chess perspective, if you take someone that is 6'3", when they fight someone, okay, this is for this person, okay. When you're 5'11" and you're fighting someone that's 5'6", you're not fucking upright anymore now. I have to be down here with him. I'm eye to eye with you. I'm eye to eye with you. Okay. And now I can actually wrestle with them. Now you can actually compete on the wrestling. The problem is you're too upright, and so they're defeating you on the wrestling. So if they're giving you Volkanovski, that's going to be a problem. If they're giving you him or whomever, it's going to be a problem. If Peter Yan gets really good at stout at wrestling, you know, and then you bring him back. If he gets stout at wrestling, then he's a problem too. And obviously, you know, Philly, they're all the same things. So it's a height thing. You know, if you go against Topuria or something, he's gonna do the same thing. Because if you go up 10 and he goes down 10 or something, he's gonna fucking, I mean, yeah, you could do a stand-up one where they're going, everyone would want to see that, but they like the guys when the height is even, okay? So you gotta be a little more, you're a baseball player, man. You're a sword fighter. You gotta get into sword fighter, dude. So you're more, I gotta fucking be here now. Okay, you gotta be like a linebacker, dude. That's why you have to have those sports, because I think fighting in the UFC is easier if you had an array of, like, let's say you're baseball shortstop, and then you're like a linebacker through, like, I don't know, maybe like college. Maybe like you played both sports, you know, maybe through college, that guy, he plays baseball and football in college or something, and then he wants to go to the UFC, dude, it'd probably be easy for him. If you played baseball and football and hockey, like be the winner. Like if you actually did that, you find a Division 2 or 3 school to do it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like you could find like maybe a D2 or D3 school that'll let you do it. I'm not saying you're fucking like Emmett Smith, fucking super athlete or something like that. I'm just saying like for guys that want to be in the UFC or wrestling, or like for guys that want to be in the UFC, maybe what they would do is they try to get your training in like these like skiing and stuff like that. I mean, like you don't just do those for like, because I saw a dude do this. It's like I'm out there fucking snowboarding as like this is my big win, my reward, because I can afford to go fucking snowboarding or something like that. Well, you can go hard at snowboarding can make you better at anything that you do. You can go whenever you go hard on anything like that. That's like a gym. Those are like weights. So those are like weights. But anyway, like you're not creative enough. Like the leagues are not like creative enough. So the few players that actually do that, it becomes like it just kind of like looks way easier for them. Sometimes all you gotta do is just change the fucking like perspective. So yeah, my dog jumped in the fucking thing. I haven't really been paying much attention to my dog recently. I've just like been focusing on actually doing life, so just gonna waste. But we gotta have a fucking period. Ted Williams book. As far as my audiobooks, dude, I wish I had the fucking physical book. Ted Williams, Science of Hitting, Jerry West book, and then Ted Williams book. Like literally fucking athlete. Okay, so this is this girl asked me if I wanted to start hanging out with her. I was like, I mean, like, for what? Like, you want me to be like your coach? Like, the girl, the girl's all like, do you want to hang out? I'm like, okay, well, what do you do? What is your thing? What is your thing? What is your thing? She's like, I'm a basketball player. I'm like, oh, cool, you're a basketball player. Awesome. And you want to hang out? Like, she's a basketball player. And so she asked me if I want to hang out. And so, and then I go like, well, are you a winner? And she's like, what? I'm like, are you a winner? Well, it's like on the level that you play on. I think you've accomplished a lot just by becoming professional. I'll be, but like when it comes down to like did you win championships like in the WNBA, or like were you just in the WNBA? Because if I'm choosing between, that's my if I have a choice of both, if I could get the turkey sandwich or the ham sandwich, I'm choosing like the turkey sandwich, which is like I would rather do that with someone that's won championships. That's kind of more appealing. But anyone who's finishing first place is usually a good person to hang around. If they finish in first place of something, well, yeah, it's pretty hard to do. Like if you win The Voice, I mean, I don't think you're gonna have a singing career, but you might fucking find like a romantic partner. You might find your husband or wife who's gonna like find you through there, and like, you know, you probably find, you know, if a guy wins fucking The Voice, he'll probably, if he's not already with someone, he'll probably find himself person there. I mean, it's a lot of attention. It's a lot of attention. It would be like playing college football, you know, back in the day. I kind of like make myself suffer by just living like this, because it's like you gotta be dressed appropriately, man. You gotta be. This is fine, but it's just like. I don't mind her. A lot of people think that I rail on like female artists and things like that. I want them to be better. Like I believe in people. And a lot of guys will probably laugh at this because it's right up your alley for like humor, but it's basically like like I want Taylor Swift to be good, like if she could be good. I want Taylor Swift to be good, but she could be good. We could work with her as a creative agency. I want Taylor Swift to be good.
I wanna walk with you on a cloudy day in fields where the yellow grass grows knee high. So won't you try? You probably stream. You probably start streaming. Oh, just the fucking because you honestly, dude, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like some people, dude. You know what they could do is this. You gotta not be so harsh when you're doing like your moves, because I think you're being a little too like harsh, like a little heavy-handed with like
certain things because it's like you gotta be a little bit more with like grace, you know? You gotta be like,
Come away with me.
it's like the way you talk about like, you know, the fucking like the border and things, it just comes off like you could talk about all of those things but put it in a more like smooth way, like,
Come
you
away
know, but all you're trying to do is just invoke the right people, dude. You know,
Come away with
I mean,
me. I will.
you know, like, you know, it's like the substance of the whole is, you know, passive and malleable, and the reason directing the substance has no cause in itself to do wrong. There's no wrong in it, like nothing it creates is like wrongly made, like nothing harmed by it. All the things like have their beginning and their end in accordance with it. Like if you are doing your proper duty, let it not matter to you whether you are cold or warm, whether you are sleepy or well slept, whether men speak badly or like well of you, like even whether you are on the point of death or doing something else, because even this, the act in which we die, is one of the acts of life, and so here too it suffices to make the best move that you can look within. Like, do not allow the special quality or worth of anything to pass you by. All that exists will soon change. Either it will be turned into vapor if all matter is a unity, or it will be scattered in atoms. The governing reason knows its own disposition, what it creates, and what is the material for its creation. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Let one thing be your joy and comfort too. Move on from the social act to social act with your mind on good. The directing mind is that which waits itself, adapts itself, makes itself of whatever nature it wishes, and makes all that happens to it appear in the way it wants all things. I think I'll leave like the NBA alone, but like the MLB or like the NHL, boxing, you have to step up to challenges. It's really like, if you have the ability to do it, not many people do. You know, you have to do it for them. They don't have the ability to do things. So it is fun to play point guard though. I like to have a little air though, over the top, man. You want to bring certain things back, man. Just give me a little air, over the top of the basketball hoop. We kind of, yeah, like, we kind of use, it's like the kind of the Bible in basketball. So when you put like, it's kind of a part of the selling point. So like, you know, it's kind of like, you find a team where it's like, you know, there's got to be a religious text. As long as there's a religious text, it's fine. And Adam, you know, Chef, Anash, Keenan, Mahalalel, Jerry, Ham, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Ham, Japheth, the sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, Madai, and Japheth, and Tubal, and the Meshach, and Terah, and the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah, and the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Hitam and Rodanum, the sons of Hankush, and Miriam, Pud, and Canaan, and the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, and Sata, and Rama, and Sapta, and the. Okay. So we can work into maybe some of this stuff, I guess. You guys can review. So that one's fine. But not the more. Oh yeah, you do maybe. This is fine. It's basically live. So you can make like $30 million in one day. But that's just on, like, if you win a court case. I won my client $100 million, bro. What's my cut? He would have had like 0, or he would have won like maybe like 40 or 50K with some other fucking lawyer. That's why, dude, when you fucking hold the Bible, dude, that's why you see Tim Tebow, amazing. That's why you see, you know, Mahomes and Curry. They're all Bible people, dude. Like, do not like, you know, like, have mercy upon me, like, oh God, according to thy loving kindness, according unto the multitude of thy tender mercies, you know, blot out my transgressions, you know, like Kurt Warner, you know. Like, you're talking about, dude, men that are men, dude. You know, except the Lord build the house they labor, anything hath built it except the Lord. Keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain it is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth, he be loved. Sleep, your children are the heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. Okay, so, I mean, yeah. There's a lot of ways to work on your voice projection. I mean, you can go up on stage, dude, and not use a microphone. How many people fucking try to do that? They gotta fucking talk to crowds of people and don't use a microphone. And actually speak while you're doing your job. Like you're supposed to. Out of the depths of thy cry unto thee, O Lord, Lord, hear my voice, let thy ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications, if thou, Lord, shouldest mark iniquities. Oh, Lord, who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be hid. I wait for thee, Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope my. They'll take care of you, man. Yeah, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. And it came to pass the same year in the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, in the 4th year. Like, okay, so it's like this. If you wanted to rule a town, like be a mayor, but be like a little bit more than that. Be like a, you know, everyone knows who you are. If you're running a town, dude, if you're a mayor, that means you're running the town, right? So if you're running a town, that means you're like, you're everywhere, yeah. You're across the board. You're actually doing it, but how do you create that? I'm not gonna run for mayor of some city or town that already exists. That doesn't work. What works? You gather people worldwide with your platform, like on a YouTube or Spotify, and then you just move to a new town. So I got a comedian guy that fucking talks about this. First off, you don't want to say the word cult. But secondly, you can literally do exactly what you're fucking talking about. He's talking about building a log cabin, which is like, he's just being jokey, he's just being funny, of like, this is a cult of like all his fan base. Yeah, dude, like, actually, had you have done that, bro, you could have like declared yourself a sovereign state when they come to take your career. You actually should have done that. So they canceled this guy in the media and stuff like that. Had he actually moved everyone to an uninhabited area in the United States, and built a town and built a fucking metropolis and a fucking city there. There's a new city. It's a new city. It's a new city like Thousand Oaks. Like it's that in the middle of nowhere. So it's like on the way of the road trip between Los Angeles and Las Vegas, for example. You know, we're road tripping from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, or San Diego to Las Vegas, okay, which is usually better because it's a better environment typically to work out of there. If you're gonna go to a fucking like, you know, SoCal spot post, you know, go to San Diego-ish area, Orange County. Okay. So anyway. So like it's not an opinion, it's just I exist on evidence. I exist on evidence. So it's not like people are fucking gonna jump the gun because they're gonna be like, this guy believes that fucking like da 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 da. It's just I exist on evidence. Like I'm the annoying math teacher that wants you to get it right. I say, show your work. Show your work. Where's the evidence? Show the proof. I need you to show your work two ways. You know, is what you may do. I don't have to do that every fucking time with people. It's a little fucking drill sergeant-y, but every once in a while, show your work on this. Let me see. Show your work. Okay. It's amazing, dude. It's amazing. If you wanted to get something done and you have access to me, there's not a single fucking human being out there. If you had access to me, you find a way to actually develop a genuine connection with me, and your art will lift higher. Your careers and all these different things. You might change careers is basically what it is. So people are content with where they're at, but they don't really have a good. They have a good career income, but they don't have a good career in the sense of life enjoyment. Their life's not fucking fun enough. Their life's not like free flowing enough. They're not able to, like, if you can travel for work more, you know, especially when you're not even married yet, when you can travel to big cities to do your work, that goes beyond the salary, but the salary probably comes along with it. You don't want to be, that's why you're bored. So the reason you're bored is not because you don't like your job. So when you're a hairdresser, the reason you're bored with your job is not because of that. It's just because you'd rather live, you know, 3 months in here, 5 months in here, you know, 9 months in here, 5 months here. You know, you're getting more of it and going internationally and things like that. When you get to do more of that stuff within your work, you know, or you can choose a few cities to rotate, like rather than being in one, you know, slow city, you can, you know, you could have like your 4 favorite cities as like hubs to run your work, and now you create business around the country. You're going to be more excited for different things just based on the fact that your environment changes a bit more. So some people need that. That's not for everyone. You know, some people want to stick to one place. Okay. However, there are a lot of people that stick to one place that think that they have to stick to one place. You don't, dude. Like creating an Airbnb or network or something like that, it's like things are done through the churches. You have to, it's not really like creative, it's just like better. Like just, you have to just become better. I don't think it's about being creative. I think it's just about being better. Like, you know, we play our first basketball game 5-on-5 against this team and they beat us 92-62. That's fine, but we're gonna play them 10 times. So on the second game, they beat us 92-72. So as your coach, I go, we just like won 10 points of improvement there. Okay, now we'll see if that sticks, and then obviously we want to raise it. Eventually, you know, by game 7, they won 92-87. And I said, okay, I know for sure that 72 is solidified. On game 9, they win 92-85. And I'm like, okay, so that's probably where we're at now. After that 10-game series with this team, I feel, okay, we were basically losing these games 93-86. Okay, that's fine because we started out at 92-62. So I just moved us up 23 points of improvement there against this particular team. And this represents the best team that we could play. Okay, I would literally, if I'm an NBA squad, this is why you get front office opportunities within literally there's only 30 fucking NBA teams, guys. if you get a front office job in one of those 30 fucking teams, you're a smart person in the world. If an NBA team or an NFL team like hires a guy, especially when they're like 34, like it's not that old to be offered this, you know, it behooves you to be like, well, maybe being smart to that person would be wise, because maybe being good to that person would be wise, because why? Because you can't fucking live under a fallacy that someone's not smart. You can't just fucking like do this fucking thing where like he's not smart, 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 he's not smart. You're missing the boat. You're missing all of life. You could just be enjoying life. You could just accept the fact that the guy's fucking brilliant. If you just accepted that, you could fucking jump in the pool and fucking enjoy your life again. But because you're afraid to fucking just do that, it's really hard for people to do anything right now, because you just have to be right about everything, and you just have to argue every point, and you have to call people that are geniuses. You have to call them that have worked they built a work ethic to, like, you want to stick on the one point about their life. How about these other points about his life? He literally just made himself a fucking genius. He's on the level of Sir Isaac Newton. He's going to be remembered in 300 years, 400 years, 500 years because of what he just did. All in front of your faces. All right in front of you. All right in front of you. I'm going to be remembered 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 years from now. All right in front of you. So that's the other thing that you could be talking about regarding myself. All right in front of you. All right in front of you. All right in front of you. I'm not the only one. But there's only going to be a few. There's only going to be a few people that really get that. Okay? You know, you just gotta move on it, because you're reading the right things. You know, it's like, you know, Dinergy in the arts of living, like the dinergic nature of, you know, symbols, bridging the gap between tangible and intangible patterns was briefly touched upon earlier here at maybe pointed out that the word symbol reveals its own dinergic origin, since it comes from the union of two Greek words, you know, sun together, and darting the throw like ball, which also, you know, you'd practically, I mean, it's just a bullshit meter, dude. It's just a fucking bullshit meter. Just a fucking, like, you don't fall for fucking, like, yeah, dude, like, obviously, dude, you don't fucking fall for some woman from the internet. Like, you'd have to, like, here's how that typically works. There's a man, meaning like her father, like her father makes the approach to you. That's how that works. Her father makes the approach to you. You meet her father, and then, oh yeah, this is my. I mean, it's like, it's wild. Like, okay, so yeah, so you're Mr. Man, and I'm gonna have fucking 37 sons and like 0 girls. Well, it doesn't work that way. If you're got a 50-50 split, you're gonna have, if you're gonna have 50 to 70 children, then you're gonna have, you know, 25 to 35 of them will be boys, and 25 to 30 of them will be fucking women. Okay. So, this is what you're going to be known for. What you're going to be known for is you're going to probably be the person that does this. You're going to hold the hand of your fucking daughter when she's like 18 or 20, and then you're going to, like, approach, essentially, probably, like, the man that she's going to marry. And you're going to do that repeatedly. You're going to choose her husband. This is what these men are going to do. Because they want to be the ones that control the ball, control the ball, control the tempo, control the pace. Okay, that comes from basketball. Control the ball, control the tempo, control the pace. That comes from basketball, dude. I finally have an app that I can watch it in. The only place I watch stuff like that is like YouTube just fucking highlights, like old highlights and stuff like that. I don't like being polluted by nonsense. I get like the stuff that comes up on your algorithm, I guess it's meant to be good. So it's like it's meant to be a reality filter for people. Like people can actually filter themselves into a good reality space. A good reality space. It's through like a YouTube algorithm is meant to do that. So it's not meant to be biting. You know, so it's a different algorithm. I get a different array of videos recommended to me than someone else. Although some of us have similar things that might come up, you also have to take a break from those things. You gotta meet, like, you cannot, like, I watch fucking like 100 influencers, and like you haven't met 10 of them. You know, sporadically over, you know, 2 to 3 year span, you know, three or 4 year span, I'll probably watch, you know, 100 various influencers. You haven't met like fucking like 40 to 50 of them. They're giving you like life advice, dude. No, you can't just take fucking life advice off the fucking internet from a stranger. No, you don't know me. No, you don't even remotely know me. Because people change when they're with each other. People change upon being with another person. We're both morphing. I just said a fucking phrase that you kind of fucking say, and you just said a fucking kind of phrase that I kind of fucking say. You're morphing. You're not fucking stuck. You just fucking like stuck plants. You know, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes you're missing the fucking boat of shit. You know, but like, generally speaking, what happens is like, you're meant to have a fucking environment, a fucking community that's fucking, like, if someone's missing the fucking boat, that's what communities are for, dude. Like, to pick people up and stuff. Like, it's just like, that's the fucking purpose of it. Like, you're just doing life wrong. Like, you're viewing life as this fucking thing that, like, we're here to fucking, like, punish people and stuff. It's just like, no, dude. I mean, it's shocking, dude. It's like shocking. You know, but it's certainly it's not a game, dude. It's not a game. Like, you know, like, I might be trying to become an Olympic boxer. I might be trying to become an Olympic boxer or something like that. I can do all that without fucking being harassed. I can do all that. Like, I'm self putting the abuse on me by going into like boxing. Like, I'm taking body shots and, you know, hits to the arm and hits to the shoulder and hits to the face and all these fucking things and moving side to side and getting trained on that. Like, I'm self-giving the fucking, like, nothing can fucking hit me. Like, you're gonna fucking hurt me with, like, words or something. Like, not if I've been fucking doing, like, boxing pretty much all day. It's just like, you gotta, dude, if you're a fucking coach, I mean, dude, if you're trying to build a boxer, man, what are we talking about here? Dude, that is a martial art. That's your life. You know, at least during the day, at least like from the moment you wake. Okay, you can't be like doing a part-time thing. So some people, I think what you could probably get away with is a night job. So you could get away with working something like 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. You could work as a bouncer or something like that. You could work as a fucking sushi chef or something like that. Something at night. But you want to, from the moment you get up in the morning, to be devoted to the task that is your pursuit, your passion, where you maybe want to be like a pro boxer, something like that. Maybe you want to be a pro baseball player. I think you need to get up in the morning, and then that's your pursuit. You know, and I guess ideally you pick up a sponsor, because nowadays to be sponsored in the past, it was like Nike, Adidas, Gatorade, Powerade. Like those were exclusive things to get, really fucking hard to get. But now you can be sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee. You can be sponsored by fucking LMNT electrolyte powders. You can be sponsored by fucking Saucony. You can be sponsored by fucking, you know, smaller brands. You can be sponsored by Mudwater, things like that, where I'm able to fucking pay a mortgage on a fucking nice house and nothing more, right? Off of that. I can't fucking build a temple in fucking Mazatlan like these $250 million pro sports contracts. That's what you should do. Build something like crazy legendary artistic architecture in a fucking other countries, such as like in Africa, like Egypt maybe. That would be a smart use of your money, where you go down in history. You're remembered. Here's this school I built in Africa. Here's this fucking temple I built. Here's this political building. I built the fucking courthouse in this country in Africa. Okay? You can use that money that you're getting from all of these professional sports. Obviously, people come from all backgrounds, but there's no fucking secret. You know, hockey is mostly a white sport. You know, basketball and football over the last 30 to 40 years have been, you know, very predominantly, you know, black athletes and things like that. So if they're looking to get back to like Africa, I mean, like, now's the time. You're getting a lot of money to do these things, and you can now, what you're trying to do is like build things, the things that stand the test of time. They're not regular buildings. They're not just like a regular built building. The ones that stand the test of time, they'll keep the, like, they're made out of like marble and stone. You make like museums, and you make like, you know, courthouses and government buildings, and make like schools and things like that, and temples and mosques and things like that. You build those, but innate, you know, artistic architecture and things like that, and then, you know, you're giving, that is good. That you can do it with you can build a church. Boom, like now you have virtuous money cycles. You can build a church with that money of whatever your faith is. People come from different faiths, so whatever your church is, you can build that. Now the idea is you want to make the architecture really good. It's like a Lamborghini. You want to make the architecture, the artisticness of that, you want that to be really good, because it's going to stand the test of time. It's going to be known. It's going to be, you know, when you can build, you'd be surprised the benefits that that gives to your life when you can, if you hit on that. Some of those is like, you know, some of them really hit. Some of them are like, you can't just like necessarily throw money at it, you know, but if you have probably a decent hit rate of like getting something. If you, like, somebody could build something like, you know, the fucking green copper woman that holds the torch in New York with the crown on her head. You know, like that, like you could build something like that, like a national monument type of a thing. When like people pool their funds together, you could maybe build something like that. Like you could do like a life-size fucking, like not life-size, fucking like, you know, like fucking like Transformers. You could build like a fucking like a statue that's like the size of like whatever the Transformers is, you know, of something. Maybe it's of a basketball player that you wanted to honor. You can do your own things like that. Things like fucking, you know, when they give statues to people and things, you can do your own versions of that, because you probably have enough free floating capital and connections. So the connection is actually an underrated part. It's not just the free floating capital. A lot of it's the connections. The reason it's the connections is because, hey, you're a former pro baller. Well, they're always going to have a son or a grandson that's going to want to snap some autographs and pictures and stuff like that. So they're going to want to do things like that for that reason as well. Hockey doesn't really have a lot of cultural stuff right now. It kind of needs a little fucking juice. It kind of needs a little fucking bump. I think baseball too, even though baseball's in the World Series, and some people do get into it, but I think baseball's normally supposed to have a little bit more juice behind it. I think all the focus in the media has been on basketball and football. Probably a little bit too much. But that's not for anyone to direct another, unless you're hired on by them. Obviously, the worldwide leader, obviously, of whatever. Obviously, we do a lot of things a lot different. That's kind of like that's a pretty major job that you could have, is like if you're the creative director or like president of, like, if you're like the president of the worldwide leader of sports. That's a pretty prominent job and a pretty big prominent job in the world, actually, because that has a brand name that's not going anywhere. It's kind of like, it's like Nike. So it's a brand name, but the problem is, it's like, I'm not sure that they really know what to do. I think, like, I would recommend, basically, this is free. It's just like, you want to promote the love of sports, like living the sporting life, not so much fucking like you gotta fucking show fishing again. Like, they used to show like fishing. They used to show like BMX X Games. They used to show like different things at like 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. and things like that. And then it just became, we're just gonna have these fucking grown ass adults fucking argue back and forth about fucking who's gonna fucking win on Sunday, who's gonna fucking, what do you think about fucking this person's like this signing, and just like debating back and forth. It's like they used to just fucking like, it used to be more like sporting life. It was like, they're gonna show fishing, they're gonna show fucking bowling, and show these different things. It was more fun. You're supposed to get out there and get fucking active and live your life, not fucking like you gotta have like REI needs to be like one of the brands that you sponsor, things like that. Like Jeep needs to be like one of the things that you sponsor. You need to promote more like the adventure and like the sporting type of life. People will still watch, and people will want to watch because it's gonna be a little more pleasant. But they're not doing it correctly right now. Also, I mean, how would it even be possible? If someone's paying, like, how much money do we have paying for, our television, right? How much money? So we got probably like, you probably have a couple streaming ones. Maybe you have Amazon Prime and Netflix and stuff like that. Maybe you have YouTube. And then you have your cable thing, your version of cable. But it's like cable light. It's like, it has many cable channels, but it doesn't have the full array. You also want to think about like TV back in the day. People had the remotes where they would press the numbers, press the buttons with the numbers. Now it's like, it's kind of like more challenging to navigate around it. TV's got a lot of fucking issues. No one's fucking in charge of that. No one fucking knows what the fuck that is, which is a shame. That's too bad. That's too bad. Would you get money for it? You could get money for it. You could maybe. You could. You have to see where it goes, because it's like, if you're with this person, we'll probably spend like hours per day playing each other in chess. We'll probably spend like minimum like 2 hours per day just playing each other in chess. But I'm not gonna do that with someone that, if I have to teach them chess, I'm not gonna do that with them. If I have to teach them chess, that means I'm your chess coach, and I'll collect money for that. Because I have to do too much fucking. No, that's for someone that can just hop in. Like, we can go surfing if you're like already a surfer, is the idea. If you want to go surfing and you don't know how to surf, I have no fucking choice in the matter but to fucking teach you how to surf. But I'm doing so much effort here that like you owe me money. Like, yeah, we can go surfing if you know how to surf. Or like anything. Like with water and with the ocean, generally what happens is it doesn't have to be that. Like when you know how to have fun and do tricks like at the ocean, it's just anything. It's just what you know how to go to like the ocean and like we're gonna fucking like do stuff. We're gonna fucking skimboard. We're gonna fucking like there's always, you know, it always works into fucking something that you're doing, which you're always gonna find. You know, you can do like beach volleyball. But the idea is always to be good. Like, we're not just there to fucking drink the fucking shock top and just fucking like, like, no, that's really lame. No, we're more like Bodhi in Point Break. We're a lot more like Bodhi in Point Break. Like, we're gonna do this. We're getting after it. We're doing this. We are doing this. We are like literally, we are the people that do this. We're not like the ones pretending to do it, like kind of doing it. Like, no, when we're doing this, like, we're doing this. Like, we're showing all these nuggets fucking how to do it, basically. All these fucking nuggets are looking at us and how we're doing it. And you might have a little more intricate tricks than us. It's not really about that. Sometimes it's just the power that you're just holding the fucking thing with. You're just holding your fucking spot a little bit harder. Living in Oak Park. I saw this chick on this fucking reality show for fucking real estate agents, and it was a good show. But I was like, that's awesome, dude. Like, because they're pretty. What is it, Orange County? So I'm only like 100 miles from there. I'll be closer when I'm in San Diego. But anyway. If this is gonna be an ongoing show, dude, like, we'll fucking have good real estate agents, at least. You know, doesn't have good real estate agents. I mean, you want people that are a little more like, they're a little bit, they're better at getting. They're better people to deal with. It's not a waste of your time. Like, I'm not dealing with some fucking like person that's not, I don't know, like, it's better to, people like that, it's better to deal with the ones that have like, not that they're like fucking C or D list fucking, it's like, it depends, like, sometimes they just fucking have that thing one time and that person is never on anything again, or they re-up it for fucking 5 seasons and it becomes a little bit more. They're a little bit smarter by the fact they've been on TV, but the problem is those stupid shows, they do fucking drama. It's like, dude, no one fucking wants to sue people. People just want to just get smart. So it goes a little bit too much into like the drama and fucking girls fucking throwing fucking drink in the other one's face and stuff like that. Like it's fucking reality show of like 16-year-olds. That's what the fucking like. That's the Hills. That's like Laguna. Like no, that's like real world. You're not trying to do stupid stuff like that. Fucking Laguna Beach and fucking no. You're not trying to do that, but. Well, it's like, if you wanted to sell homes, it's like, I mean, I guess you could have a home base, but, I mean, yeah, that obviously, yeah, you can make $40 million a year doing that. Because if you can make $50 million a year playing basketball, trust me, you can make fucking $40 million a year selling homes. Like, because it's scalable enough, dude. It's scalable enough. You can make $50 million a year as a fucking sushi chef. If you can make $50 million a year playing basketball, you can make fucking $25 million being a fucking LA Dodgers pitcher if you wanted to, dude. It's not gonna be that hard to fucking learn the craft, dude. Be practically fucking Roger Clemens. Was Roger Clemens playing at a high clip past age 34? Was Roger Clemens playing at a high clip past age fucking 34? Was Barry Bonds playing at a high clip past age fucking 35? Yeah. You know, one of the job duties of a trainer now, a strength and conditioning coach, is just that. Like the guy that would have capped out at 35 years old, you can extend him to 43. That's going to be one of the skill. That's one of the skill things that like you're going to look on if you follow movement coaches on YouTube and things like that. You know what they're able to fucking develop, and strength and conditioning coaches, some of the best don't have YouTube channels. They're hired by the teams and hired by Olympics and hired by Division I, hired by pro schools. So that's strength and conditioning coaches. So some of the best like movement coaches and stuff are not like on YouTube and stuff. You know, it's just like anything. Some of them are like hired by, you know, all the top college and pro teams. And so like they're getting enough money. Like they can, you know, they could probably go and do the YouTube thing too, but they're getting enough money to fucking do that. Like yeah, if you're a good trainer, like here's your little call, dude. If you're a good trainer, you what you want to do, become a strength and conditioning coach. You'll make an actual good living doing that. Okay. If you're not seeing much with like trainer, you don't have to leave that field. You just have to go up more. You have to increase your education. You have to increase your study. You have to become a strength and conditioning coach for, you know, a major enough college team. But step up to the plate like that. Like, can a fucking female be a strength and conditioning coach of a college football program? You'd be surprised, but yeah, they could. They're not going to lift as much as the men, but when they're dedicated to it like that, you'd be surprised some of these CrossFit chicks are fucking buffer than you. Does that not bother you that this girl goes to CrossFit, is fucking buffer, is like buff and stuff like that, almost buff to the point where it's becoming like less attractive for most guys, honestly. But does it not bother these pudgy men to fucking know that this fucking like CrossFit type of girl, you know, is fucking so buff, and they're walking around with fucking peanut butter on their fucking shirt? It's crazy. Yeah.